Alright, this is the Smogon Grand Slam. You have every lower tier, that is UU, RU, NU, PU, Little Cup. It goes into a playoff bracket, all that good stuff. This is the RU tier, round 1. And I'm planning on doing every round. The main problem is I don't have expertise in a lot of these tiers, so I'm not able to offer the usual insight that I'm usually capable of. But anyway, here's the RU tier. So I'm going to try and figure things out as we go. I have Frostlass, which is kind of cool. So I have a hyper offense team, one of my favorite playstyles. The main idea is you want to be attacking, you want to be getting hazards up and then trying to win the game. So I have Calm Mind Oricorio, a Quiver Dance rather, and I believe they're trying to ban it too. So it might get banned in the future. Bisharp, kind of cool with Eviolite, kind of funny. Armor Rouge, weak armor. Also very cool, I can try and beat Slowbro with that. Gyarados is cool. Terra Flying Blast can also do a lot of damage. And Mimikyu. I'm gonna lead Frostlass, but I'll be honest, if they lead Crocodile, I'm not Focus Sash. That should be fine. They go Volcanion lead. I can get a Spike up, I can Thunder Wave them too. I have options here. The Spike is gonna be valuable for Pokemon like Crocodile. I imagine Slowbro can have heavy duty boots, but I don't imagine you have it on other Pokemon. So one Spike here is worth 1, 2, 3. It's worth a lot. So I'm going to go for a Spike. They could be Choice Scarf. I am not Focus Sash. Maybe I should be, but for now I'm not Focus Sash. So I could be in trouble. Okay, it is not Scarf. They Steam Eruption. That has to be Choice Specs. The way it ripped right through my max HP Frostlass. Okay. Well, this is why we have Gyarados. We'll go to Gyarados, we'll Dragon Dance, and we have the Chesto Berry too, if they try to burn us with Steam Eruption. That is incredibly strong. Wow. Okay. We're gonna have to... We can Dragon Dance our way through, hopefully. Okay. 51. High roll. Okay, we're gonna have to rest on that. They go to Noivern. I do have Moxie, so... Well, this is why I have Gyarados for my Terra Blast. So I'm going to go pick up a Moxie boost here. That's a bulky Noivern. Ooh, that's a very bad confusion too. That is a tanky Noivern. Okay. Well, no reason not to Terra Blast again. If I get confused, that's really bad. Okay, thank God. Now we have Moxie, we have a speed boost too. Now, it could be Scarf Crocodile. They go to Pawmot. Is it Scarf Pawmot? It is Scarf Pawmot, okay. That's good to know. It gives us a lot of information. But the fact that I gave up my Terra for one Pokemon is really not good enough. We'll go to Mimikyu. We'll Swords Dance. They are Scarf Double Shock. So I have good information that they're Scarf. They go to Slowbro. I have Shadow Claw. I get the critical hit, so that may have mattered. That's around a 50% chance to crit, and I have a high crit, 50% chance to KO, and I have a high crit move. So I've given up my Terra, I've equalized back to 4-4, and I have a disguised Mimikyu ready to do some damage. So it's very tricky. The game is, in the balance right now. I think I played probably as well as I could have. I think I'm going to change this to Focus Sash Frostlass. I think it's too valuable in the lead. But I really like the surprise factor of Red Card. It's more interesting to use it in Game 2 with Focus Sash because now they're expecting it to not have Focus Sash. So I think Red Card Game 1 and then Focus Sash Game 2 is perfectly fine. Now, I am not sure how they're going to beat Mimikyu. Their fastest Pokemon, they go to Pheasantipity. Okay. Okay, now I have decisions to make. Do I Swords Dance again? Well, they're faster than me. But do I Well, I think these tend to be a little bulkier. It could be Assault Vest, not wearing heavy duty boots. I'm thinking of Swords Dancing again. If I Swords Dance again, I put it in Pawmot range. And my Shadow Claw wouldn't have KO'd anyway. They go for beat up, 4 hits. I do get poisoned. That's reasonable to happen, 30% 4 times. Okay. Now the damage is going to start racking up. It's leftovers. I do have Shadow Claw. They go to Crocodile. Intimidate, okay. 59. I'm gonna drop another one in. And I have Shadow Sneak for Pomot. So this is incredibly high value. I'll get one more shot. They go to Pomot. I'm okay with them baiting Shadow Sneak. They might go to Pheasantipity here. I'm okay with that. Okay? And the reason I'm okay with that is because my Bisharp Sucker Punch can do well in late game, right? Or Oricorio can do well too. Do I go Armor Rouge? I could. In fact, I definitely go Armor Rouge. The problem is Volcanion. The problem isn't Pheasantipity. The problem is Volcanion. Maybe I should have gone Bisharp. They go to Volcanion. They take the damage. 249. They could outspeed me. I'm gonna Energy Ball for damage. Yep, they are modest. I get knocked out. We're down 2-3, but now we have Oricorio. If I quiver one time, it's not great. I don't need to quiver. I just drop a Revelation Dance. I don't expect Terra Ground. Well then. Well then. Whoops. Okay, we're gonna have to adapt for game 1 or game 2. I'm gonna make it Focus Sash. And I'm just cooked here, yeah. Critical hit did not help me. We're gonna head into game 2. I think I liked my team though. All right, we're into game 2. I have my Frostlass with Focus Sash this time. I'm hoping you give me a little bit more of a interesting idea. Now they're using what looks to me to be also a hyper offense team. So lead Mew, and Entei runs this really interesting thing in RU where it's Swagger Mirror Herb. So that's something to watch out for. So basically it can copy your boosts versus an offensive team, and versus the defensive team it can Swagger and then Mirror Herb to copy the attack boost. So kind of like a double-edged sword. I have to be careful around that type of Pokemon. The good thing is that Mimikyu does give me a relatively nice way to handle hyper offense. It gives me one protection, right? And in a game that is high paced, even one protection is going to be very, very valuable. I also have priority with Bisharp, and I also have my weak armor Rouge, which can double its speed, but I have to be careful around Entei with extreme speed. The Goodra is interesting. I don't know what Goodra does, but here we go. They lead Entei. I'm just going to get a Spike off. Okay, they're going to Sacred Fire. I hope I don't get burned. It's 50% though. Thank God. This is a pretty free Thunder Wave. I don't think I need one more Spike. I'm just going to T-Wave. They're going to go Zapdos. That's really good for me. Now, what do I value? Do I value 40? Like, so Icy Wind is going to do maybe 35 to 40. Do I value that, or do I value one more Spike? I feel like I value another Spike. The U-turn, okay. Was I wrong with my judgment of what this team could be? They go back to Entei. It's Heavy Duty Boots Entei. Okay. If I go to Gyarados, they're going to hit me with a Stone Edge, which is not ideal. If I go to Armor Rouge, I can Stored Power if they try to hit me with that. So I can go to Armor Rouge. I'm going to Stored Power. If they want a Stone Edge, then I've got them with this. Okay, here we go. Now I have my Stored Power, double speed, double special attack. There we go. And they don't have priority. I don't see a priority Pokemon. They go to Armor Rouge. Okay. This should do big damage. Protect. Leftovers. So I was wrong with my judgment of this being an offensive team. It's more of a balanced team than I originally thought. Here we go. This is a 37.5% chance to knock it out. Depending on EVs, of course. If they have a lot of special defense, then no. But here we go. 90, we got it. And this could be wrapped up immediately here. Yeah, without priority, they're looking in danger. Without priority, they're looking in big danger. What they're looking for here, if they have it Terra Dark, that's probably good for them. But either way, the matchup lead is really good for me. Because okay, they go to Pheasantipity. I am scared of Terra Dark, and I could visualize Terra Dark. I mean, Terra Dark beat up could be an idea. You are weak to Psychic, so maybe you go Terra Dark. I'm gonna Armor Cannon because of Terra Dark. Oh, it's Terra Water. I'm getting all my Terras wrong. Okay. Moonblast does knock me out. Okay. Now, I think it could be Scarf Zapdos. I think it could be Scarf Zapdos. I can go to Bisharp, and I don't have a Dark type move. I don't have Kowtow Cleave. Does it get Kowtow Cleave? I don't know if it gets it, but I don't have Kowtow Cleave. Low Kick is probably too weak. I can go to Oricorio. I am scared of the Mew. The Mew is a little bit challenging. I can go to Gyarados. There's very unlikely to have a... Oh, it's Taunt. Okay. Well, let's try this now. 57, alright. Ooh, this is tricky. Am I letting this game slip away from me here? Maybe I am. The Mew is going to be tricky. The reason I went Gyarados is I want my Moxie to start showing up. Moonblast, Taunt, Roost. Don't poison me. Thank God. Okay. What is the Mew trying to do? I'm going to Terra Blast. Ice Beam, okay. 70, okay. But now I'm feeling good about Mimikyu, though. Now I'm feeling good about Mimikyu. I have Shadow Sneak, I have Play Rough. There we go. And no Terra remaining and 2 Pokemon weak to Play Rough. Here we go. Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good now. Is that 311? I do outspeed. There we go. Okay, we got that. We have stabilized. Now we're going to head into game 2. Game 3. All right, they're going back to the same team. So it is not Swagger and... in hindsight, I called that game 2 wrong completely. It was not an offensive team. It was more of a balanced team. I also have kind of a balance. I have more of an offensive team. It's a different variant, though. We have Gyarados. We have Mega Gyarados at home, which is Terra Dark Crunch. Mew. I have to be wary of Terra Normal Extreme Speed. Do I have... I don't have any... I have Ghost Volcanion, which is cool. So Ghost Volcanion can kind of wall Entei, which is cool. Yeah, I like this matchup. They go Crocodile lead. I can Stealth Rock. Yep, I can. They Stealth Rock too, and I have Misty Explosion. But I'm going to Spike one time. I can do that. That's kind of an offensive Mew, isn't it? They're Toxic Spikes. Okay. That's a problem. I do have Encore if I need to later. So it's kind of like an offensive Mew. Okay. Volt Switch. All right. All right. And the question is leftovers. Okay, leftovers Crocodile. I go to Chinchino here. I'm going to drop the triple axle into him. And they go to Goodra. This is going to be a big hit. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm loaded dice, right? Yeah, that was always going to happen. So I can just drop another one and it's going to do a lot of damage. I think the hazards, even though the T-Spike is really annoying, I think it's good to have my layers up on them. So look at that. That's beautiful. They're going to go to their Scarf Zapdos. Yep. I'm going to triple axle. I'm okay with this. Brave Bird, sure. Because now I go to Oricorio. I'm Quiver Dancing up now. I have a type advantage. I have the Key Berry, which is interesting. Revelation Dance should do a lot. I don't take a lot of damage from Pheasantipity. Hopefully. If they poison me, it's a different story. Let's find out. the Entei is going to be tricky. If they poison me, all bets are off. I know Moonblast, Taunt, Roost, maybe Gunk Shot. Oh, that is... It is not going to be Terra Ground. I don't think so, no. If they go to Zapdos here, I'm going to be very, very scared. I don't know what to expect from Zapdos if they go to it. If they go to Entei, they do. Now I have some interesting decisions because of the Key Berry. So for those of you who don't know what the Key Berry does, it raises your defense when you're hit by a physical move. So if I Roost, they Sacred Fire, I can just Roost again. But will I ever be in extreme speed range if that happens? This is a tricky decision. Do I want to Roost? So Sacred Fire is doing 65, okay? I Roost 65, I go down to 35. I get burnt, I go down to 30, I'm burnt, but then my defense is increased by 1. If that happens, I can stall out the Entei. They're grass, okay. Sacred Fire, 58, Key Berry activate. And now I live extreme speed and I can keep roosting. And they're weak to Hurricane now too. So the Key Berry is going to be clutch. I have to hit Hurricane. So 43, I can keep roosting till I dodge. Or they, do extreme speed or something different. Because the damage roll is 38 to 45. 38 to 45, that was a high roll. Okay. 38, the low roll this time. We can keep going. I'm trying to buy myself enough breathing room to Hurricane, and it's okay if I miss a Hurricane. That's what I'm playing for right now. 38, okay, another one. I'm playing for that, the breathing room, if I can afford it. Okay. We can go one more. Can I go even more? Wait, they only have 2 Sacred Fires. Can I go even further? Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, and the 4th move could be Flare Blitz, maybe? Well, if they had Flare Blitz, they would have used it already. So 2 Roost and 2 Sacred Fire. I mean... I don't want to risk a 70% accurate move. I think I can stall out all their Sacred Fires. I think that's a fine play. Okay. Yep, they do it again. 42. I'm going to stall out the final one here. I think this is the right play. The reason is life after Oricorio. Terra Blast Grass, okay. Well, okay, I hit the Hurricane. So all of this didn't matter because I hit the Hurricane. And I have my Key Berry protecting me versus these Zapdos too. Maybe I shouldn't have used up all my Roosts. Maybe. Okay. 50! Okay. I'm gonna have one more shot. They go to Crocodile, that's gonna faint. Okay. The Mew is done for. The Mew's already given up. I'm gonna faint here. Brave Bird. I go to my Mimikyu, who is protected. He's protected by Disguise. Okay? Shadow Claw. 43, but we have Shadow Sneak. And we're going to win the game very close towards the end there. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more of the Grand Slam content, and I'll see you guys next time.